A Brunello Cucinelli cashmere crewneck retails for $1,600. The same grade of inner Mongolian cashmere, knit on the same Italian gauge machines and factories 30 kilometers from Cucinelli's own, sells under the Naadam label for $220. Same fiber length, same ply, same finishing, different label, different markup, different mythology. By the end of this video, you will know exactly which men's clothing brands are charging you for a story instead of a garment, and which ones are quietly delivering the same construction at a fraction of the price. You will never look at a price tag in the men's section the same way again. The premium menswear market runs on a single mechanism that almost no consumer sees. The factories that produce for the most expensive labels also produce for the mid-tier, and in many cases for the value tier as well. A shirt cut in Bangladesh for a $40 label uses the same Albini fabric and the same pattern logic as a shirt cut in Italy for a $400 label, because the fabric mill is the same. The construction standard is the same, and the only meaningful variable is where the buttons are sewn on. The premium tier is selling location, story, and retail real estate. The value tier is selling the garment. Once you understand that gap, the entire men's market reorganizes itself in front of you, and the brands you are about to hear become impossible to unsee. Number 1. Tom Ford. Tom Ford, the menswear brand, is not what most consumers think it is. The label was founded in 2005 after Ford left Gucci Group, but the manufacturing infrastructure behind the clothing is licensed and outsourced to Ermenegildo Zegna Group, which produces the suiting, and to Moncler and other partners for accessories. A two-piece Tom Ford suit retails between $4,000 and $6,000. The fabric is generally Zegna cloth. The construction is done in Zegna-operated facilities in northern Italy, and the same fabric mill supplies suits sold under the Zegna label at roughly half the price. The Zegna-made Tom Ford suit and a comparable Zegna suit share thread count, canvassing standard, and finishing hands. The difference is the lapel cut, the lining color, and the name on the inside pocket. The remaining $2,000 of price gap is licensing fee, brand royalty, and the cost of placing the product inside a Tom Ford retail environment. The consumer is buying access to an aesthetic, not a structurally different garment. Number 2. Brunello Cucinelli. Cucinelli built one of the most successful brand mythologies in modern menswear by tying the label to the village of Solomeo in Umbria and to a philosophy of humanistic capitalism. The garments are made in Italy, the cashmere is real, and the quality is genuinely high. None of that is in dispute. What is in dispute is the price. A Cucinelli cashmere crewneck sells for $1,600 to $2,200. The cashmere is sourced primarily from Inner Mongolian herds, processed through the same Italian spinning mills that supply dozens of other labels, and knit in workshops that also produce for Loro Piana, Malo, and a series of private label brands sold at a fraction of the price. The fiber length on a Cucinelli sweater is 16 to 19 microns. The fiber length on a Naadam sweater is also 16 to 19 microns. The fiber length on a Quince Mongolian cashmere crewneck, retailing for $50 to $70, is 14 to 16 microns. Finer, not coarser. The Cucinelli markup is not paying for a different fiber. It is paying for the Solomeo story, the boutique, the lifestyle imagery, and the perceived membership in a tier of consumer. Before we continue, you need 3 tests. 3 things you can check on any piece of men's clothing to separate the brands that deliver structure from the brands that deliver story. The first test is the seam test. Turn the garment inside out and look at the interior seams. A well-constructed shirt has flat-felled seams or French seams at the side and shoulder, with stitches running at 14 to 20 per inch, even, tight, and without loose threads. A well-constructed jacket has a half canvas or full canvas chest piece, which you can confirm by pinching the front panel between the outer fabric and the lining. If you feel a third layer of stiffer material floating between them, it is canvassed. If the front panel feels like 2 sheets of paper glued together with no third layer, it is fused, which is a manufacturing shortcut found in jackets sold at every price tier, including jackets priced above $2,000. The seam test cuts through brand mythology in under 30 seconds. The second test is the fabric weight test. Pick up the garment. A dress shirt in genuine 2-ply Italian poplin weighs between 120 and 150 grams per square meter and feels substantial in the hand without being heavy. A cashmere sweater of real 2-ply construction weighs between 400 and 600 grams for a standard men's medium. A wool suit jacket made from Super 110s to Super 130s cloth weighs between 300 and 400 grams per linear meter of fabric. If you lift a $1,000 sweater and it feels lighter than a sweater you own from a value brand, you are holding a single-ply garment dressed up as a luxury product, and the price is paying for the label rather than the wool. The third test is the label test, and it is the one almost no consumer performs. Look at every interior label, the composition label, the country of origin label, and the care label. The country of origin label is required by law in most markets and tells you where the final assembly took place, which is the only legally binding manufacturing claim the brand can make. A garment that says made in Italy was assembled in Italy, but the fabric, the thread, the buttons, and the cutting may have happened elsewhere. A garment that says made in Portugal or made in Turkey is often produced in the exact same facilities that produce for Italian-labeled brands, because the largest knitwear and shirting factories in Europe operate across borders. The label tells you the truth that the brand storytelling tries to soften. These three tests, seam, fabric weight, and label, applied together to any garment, will tell you in under 2 minutes whether you are looking at a structural product or a marketing product. The Cucinelli sweater passes all three. So does the Naadam at a seventh of the price. The Tom Ford suit passes all three. So does the Zegna at half the price. The tests do not tell you which brand to buy. They tell you when you are paying for the garment and when you are paying for the building it was sold in. Number 3. Canada Goose. Canada Goose was a small Toronto outerwear company until Bain Capital acquired a majority stake in 2013 for around $250 million. Took it public in 2017 and scaled the brand from a working parka maker into a global luxury label. A Canada Goose Expedition parka retails for $1,500 to $1,700. The shell is a polyester and cotton blend. The insulation is white duck down at 625 fill power, and the fur trim, when present, is coyote. The construction is solid, the parka is warm, and it is genuinely made in Canada for most flagship models. The pricing, however, sits 4 to 6 times above the manufacturing cost. A Quartz Co. Parka, made in Canada in the same Montreal facilities that supply contract work to other Canadian outerwear brands. Retails for $600 to $800 with comparable downfill, comparable shell weight, and comparable seam construction. A Connacht parka, also made in Quebec, sits in the same price range with Goose down at higher fill power on certain models. You are not paying Canada Goose for warmth that other Canadian-made parkas do not deliver. You are paying for the arm patch. Number 4. Moncler. Moncler is owned by the Moncler Group, controlled by Remo Ruffini, and the brand sits at the top of the luxury down jacket category. A Moncler Maya jacket retails for around $2,400. The down is Goose, the shell is nylon, and the production is split between Romania, Moldova, and other Eastern European facilities, with finishing and inspection in Italy. The same Eastern European supply chain produces down jackets for several private label brands sold for under $300, using the same baffle construction, the same nylon shell weight, and Goose down at comparable fill power. The Moncler garment is genuine in its materials. The $2,000 gap is the cost of the Italian finishing certificate, the boutique distribution, and the position of the logo patch on the sleeve, which has become its own social signal independent of the jacket underneath it. Number 5. Theory. Theory was founded in New York in 1997 and acquired by Fast Retailing, the parent company of Uniqlo, in 2003 for around $85 million, with full ownership consolidated in 2009. The same conglomerate that owns Uniqlo owns Theory. A Theory wool suit retails for around $800 to $1,200. The wool is sourced from Italian mills. The construction is done in China and Vietnam in facilities that also produce for other mid-tier and contemporary brands. And the patterns are designed in New York. The Uniqlo wool suit, sold under the Uniqlo U or Uniqlo and Theory collaboration label, retails for $150 to $250, uses wool from similar Italian mills, is constructed in overlapping factory networks, and shares pattern lineage with the Theory line because the design teams sit inside the same corporate structure. The $800 gap between a Theory suit and a Uniqlo branded suit produced inside the same company is not a quality gap. It is a channel gap. Different stores, different marketing, different shoppers, and the same conglomerate captures the margin on both sides. Number 6. Lululemon men's line. Lululemon's men's category including the ABC pant, the commission pant, and the metal vent. Tech line retails between $128 and $178 per piece. The fabrics are proprietary blends developed with mills in Taiwan and Vietnam, primarily nylon and elastane, and the construction is done in Vietnam, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh in factories that also produce for several major activewear brands. The Voi Sunday Performance Pant, sourced from comparable Southeast Asian factory networks with similar nylon elastane blends, retails for $98 to $118. The Public Rec All Day Everyday Pant, produced in the same regional supply chain, retails for $98 to $128. The $30 to $70 gap on Lululemon men's pants is paying for the retail footprint and the brand positioning, not for a fundamentally different textile. Number 7. Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Purple Label is the top tier of Ralph Lauren's menswear, and a Ralph Lauren Purple Label two-piece suit retails between $3,000 and $5,000. The suits are made in Italy, primarily by St. Andrews and related Italian production partners, using fabrics from Italian mills. The same St. Andrews facility produces suiting for several other luxury menswear labels at similar price points. A suit-supply custom-made suit, produced in a network of Italian and Eastern European workshops with full canvas construction and Italian fabric, retails for $600 to $1,000 depending on cloth. The construction standard is comparable: full canvas, working buttonholes, hand-finished details on certain models, and the fabric mills overlap. The $2,000 to $4,000 premium on Purple Label is paying for the Ralph Lauren brand equity built over 50 years of menswear marketing, which brings us to the brands operating on the opposite logic: pricing for the garment, not for the mythology around it. Number 1. Spier and Mackay. Spier and Mackay is a Toronto-based menswear company founded in 2010 that operates almost entirely direct-to-consumer with a small flagship store and an online operation. The brand produces dress suits, and tailoring in the same Asian factory networks that supply mid-tier Italian labels, including facilities in China and Indonesia that hold long-standing contracts with European brands at 3 to 4 times the price. A Spier and Mackay slim-fit dress shirt in 2-ply Thomas Mason fabric retails for around $75 to $90. The same Thomas Mason cloth on a Brooks Brothers shirt retails for $145 to $185. A Spier and Mackay half-canvas suit in Vitali Barber's Canonico cloth, one of the most respected Italian wool mills, retails for around $400 to $550. The same VBC cloth on a Suit Supply or J. Crew Ludlow suit lands between $700 and $1,200. Same fabric mill, same construction class. Lower retail price because the company operates without the wholesale markup chain. Number 2. Proper Cloth. Proper Cloth is a made-to-measure shirt and suiting company founded in 2008 in New York that operates exclusively online. The shirts are produced in a facility in Asia under tight quality control standards, using fabrics sourced from Albini, Thomas Mason, Canclini, and Monti, the same Italian mills that supply shirts retailing at 3 to 4 times the price under European labels. A Proper Cloth made-to-measure shirt in 2-ply Albini poplin retails for $145 to $165. The same Albini fabric on a Charvet or Eton shirt sells for $300 to $500. The fit is custom, the fabric is documented at the mill level on every product page, and the markup chain is collapsed because the company sells directly. The model exposes how much of a traditional dress shirt price is fabric and labor and how much is wholesale margin. Number 3. Buck Mason. Buck Mason was founded in Venice, California, in 2013 and built its reputation on heavyweight cotton tees, denim, and basics produced primarily in the United States, with select pieces from Italy and Portugal. A Buck Mason heavy slub curved hem tee in 14-ounce cotton retails for around $40 to $50. The same weight of slub cotton, knit on the same American mills that supply premium tee brands like John Elliott and Tom Ford casual lines, sits inside Buck Mason at 1/3 to 1/4 of the comparable retail price. The denim is made on American selvage looms in Los Angeles and North Carolina, and the construction is comparable to denim sold by premium labels at $250 to $300 per pair. Buck Mason retails its selvage jeans between $95 and $145. Number 4. Mizzen and Main. Mizzen and Main built a category around performance dress shirts, moisture-wicking, machine-washable, wrinkle-resistant, using polyester and elastane blends produced in El Salvador and Asia. A Mizzen and Main leeward dress shirt retails for $125 to $145. The category is dominated at the premium end by brands like Ministry of Supply and Rhone at higher price points, and by traditional dress shirt makers at similar prices, but without the performance fabric. The Mizzen and Main margin is built on the technology and the marketing direct-to-consumer, with no wholesale layer, which keeps the retail price within reach of the category average, while delivering a fabric construction that traditional cotton shirts at the same price cannot match. Number 5. Asket. Asket is a Stockholm-based menswear company founded in 2015 that publishes the full cost breakdown of every garment on its website. Fabric cost, trim cost, labor cost, transport, duties, and retail margin. An Asket merino wool sweater produced in Italy with Z. Hincliffe and Sons or comparable Italian merino retails for around €220. The same Italian merino on a comparable garment at a traditional retailer sits between €400 and €700. The Asket heavyweight tee, made in Portugal in 220-gram cotton, retails for around €45 against premium heavyweight tees at €100 to €150. The transparency document on each product page makes the math impossible to hide. Fabric cost, labor cost, retail price, gross margin, all published. And it forces the rest of the category into a conversation it has spent decades avoiding. Which one of these brands did you not know about until today? And which is the one that surprised you most? The conglomerate ownership behind Theory, the inner Mongolian cashmere shared between Cucinelli and Quince, or the published cost breakdown on every Asket page that makes the rest of the industry uncomfortable? Drop it in the comments and tell us what other menswear brand you suspect is operating on the same playbook. So there it is. Tom Ford, Brunello Cucinelli, Canada Goose, Moncler, Theory, Lululemon, and Ralph Lauren Purple Label charging premium prices for garments that share factories, fabric mills, and construction standards with Spier and Mackay. Proper cloth, Buck Mason, Mizzen and Main. An Asket at a fraction of the price, and 3 tests in your pocket. The seam test for construction, the fabric weight test for material substance, and the label test for the truth the marketing tries to soften. The men's clothing market is not built around a quality hierarchy. It is built around a distribution hierarchy. The same Italian fabric mill ships cloth to the $4,000 suit and the $400 suit on the same week. The same Vietnamese factory cuts performance fabric for the $178 pant and the $98 pant on the same line. The premium price is not paying for a better garment. It is paying for the boutique, the licensing fee, the celebrity advertising, the magazine placement, and the perception that wearing the label means something the unbranded version does not. Once you see the supply chain underneath, the question is no longer whether a brand is worth its price. The question is whether you are buying clothing or buying a costume of a tier you have been told to want. Subscribe so the next investigation lands in your feed. The same level of detail applied to dress shoes, to watches, to denim, to whatever category the industry is asking you to overpay for next. And if you have a friend who just dropped $2,000 on a parka or $1,600 on a sweater, send them this video before they walk back into the boutique.